Hey, howdy everybody. So, man, we're really close to the conjunction. It's the 18th today, so we got a couple days to go. Um, the day before that, apparently, things could get really real with the Uluru site down in Australia. We'll see if they're able to power that up. I guess that's what all the activity is in the stars, essentially, right? With all the visitors coming by to hang out. That is the event that they're waiting for, and if we can pull that off, if everybody can. I'll link to a video that I just saw today in the description, so that way you guys can check that out, because I do think that's very important, and it does kind of decide things for us um, here on Earth, really. Uh, and it's gonna be, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of unsung heroes if we get it done, because I mean, shoot, it's tough in this age. I mean, maybe not. I think that there's been a lot of work done, so hopefully it's not as difficult as it is to get people to essentially just join and make sure that we're connected to Mother Earth and sending her love at that moment. Uh, but it'll be the day before the conjunction, so the 21st is the conjunction. In Australia, that just because of the way that it is here in the United States, it's 9:02 Central Australian time. So over here in LA, it's 3:32 p.m. the day before, so that's a Saturday, and it's gonna be on a Friday. Uh, Over here. Oh, actually, no, wait, I'm sorry. That's on a Monday over there, so it's gonna be on the Sunday for us. So yeah, 3:32 p.m. here PST, and it'll be man, I don't remember actually. I mean Central Time is like 2 hours ahead, so 5:32. I know that like over on the coast by Pennsylvania is like 3 hours, so 6:32. Anyway, just for a couple minutes before, even before then, probably like whatever. I'll get out there at like 3:20 and just like lay down maybe, and just send love to Mother Gaia. Anyway, so not the point of this video. The point of this video is something that I got hit with yesterday. A whole download on yeah, I finally, I guess Spirit finally thought I was ready to hear this, right? Because it is a very difficult part of my life that I've had to deal with, and it was something very serious that they showed me, and it's enlightening. Um, and it's, I don't know, it's still tough to think about just because it's the past way I was, right? The past me and the way that I was, just because I was unhealed. But codependency is, uh, it's something that comes from conditional love, right? So in this material world, and the way that we run things in our society, right? Very materialized, very concrete. We've left behind a lot of that knowledge of feeling. I discussed this in that one video about sexual frustration, but yeah, I mean this world is really run by the hard numbers, right? Uh, but that's okay. We can describe the world that way, but we can't experience it, right? Um, you cannot think a feeling. You can only feel a feeling. You can think about what feelings make people do and how feelings affect people and all those other things. You can think about a lot of stuff, but you can't you can't uh you can't think a feeling. You have to feel a feeling. And unfortunately, just because of the way that everything is run in our society, that's the only thing that I feel a lot of kids in their households are experiencing now. Maybe not all of them, right? I mean, I'm not. I'd say it's a big problem. It's a big problem because in the same way that we've lost touch with ourselves and realized that it's not something that we should just be. We shouldn't just be looking for the things that look like we're happy. We should look to be actually happy. Uh, in a lot of ways, people are looking for experiences that they think will make them feel a certain way instead of just feeling that way, instead of finding things that feel that way for them. Uh, and conditional love is a way that manifests, right? Because if you think, all right, well, people that love each other give each other gifts. People that love each other give each other hugs. That's all good and all, right? Or stuff like that. I mean, it's more of like the material stuff, right? Or like people that love each other have houses and stuff like that, right? Um, really just giving things, and but at a cost, right? It's good to give. It's always good to give, but conditional love doesn't uh doesn't pretend it doesn't come from a place of actual love. It comes from a place of wanting you to give back, right? So it's literally, it's something that I grew up with, and the only love that I really knew for a long time. And so before I actually realized that I didn't know love, I didn't even love myself, that I didn't know all these things, I was very codependent, very conditional love on everything. I did not give real love. And yeah, Spirit opened my eyes to that a lot yesterday, and had me take a trip down memory lane, and it was a tough one. But felt very drawn to make this video because I did feel clearer after that. I felt freer. I felt like a weight got lifted off my back, essentially, right? Just because I knew what was going on. And yeah, I mean, it's tough to look back at that, but thankfully they prepared me in knowing that, you know, we live life in the present, and it's no longer about the past. It's no longer about the future. It's about where we are right now and how we act right now, right? So I felt drawn to make this video for anybody else who's struggling with codependency, that may not even be able to see it, because I honestly, it took me this long to understand what happened, because that was just my reality, and I haven't had no clue how to see it different. Finally, I've been learning, you know, and I finally am at a place where I do feel like I understand, you know, I do understand what real love is. I do feel real love. I love myself now, and I feel like I can give unconditional love, and that's what I do now, right? It's all about unconditional love and like everything, right? But yeah, I realized that it was a huge you know, fish out of water moment. Like I really like, you know, if you get taken out of the water, could you imagine to know that you were swimming in water? But yeah, essentially that was the perspective. You might be in that situation. You may be in that situation, and if you are, um, I hope that all the trouble that could happen, that could happen from that, all the situations that can arise from it, it's those are difficult. That's where you get a lot of these abuse situations, a lot of these manipulation situations, a lot of control issues, a lot of, yeah, all kinds of abuses, right? So if you are someone who feels like you are not enough, who are you, like you are not worthy, and you are with someone, that that's not how that's supposed to go. That's not how that's supposed to go. If you are with someone and they give to you, and then if you aren't doing something for them, they get mad at you, that is not real love. That is conditional love. Conditional love dictates, you know, like the gift giving idea, essentially, right? It's like where you have to give something back, otherwise you are an awful person, right? And this was so tough for me to get in the beginning, whenever I was still in this, because it was absurd to me. Absurd to me to think that if you gave somebody something, that you shouldn't expect something back. Like that's crazy. Like that was crazy to me. But it's because I didn't understand real love. I didn't, you know, real love motivates you in ways that you can't describe and you can't logic, right? Love is love. Love is real, honest, true, and everything that we are. We are love in this universe. Um, it'll move mountains. I swear to God, for nothing, for absolutely nothing. And it'll never ask for anything back. It just loves. Love is love. If you are in a situation where somebody is treating you like you're not doing enough for them, like you're not doing what it, that's not love. You know, real love is you enjoy each other's company, and you are around each other because you enjoy who that person is, and you enjoy giving to them, and you just want to give to them because you love them, right? The other person loves you and gives to you in the exact same way. And you know, because you have to be careful about that stuff too. Like if you give too much of yourself, you can fall into an issue where you haven't filled your own cup, where you aren't loving yourself, and that can destroy things too. So that's where good boundaries come in place, right? That's a whole separate issue from like just real, like at that point it's just bribery, right? When people are just give you stuff and then try to put it back in your face later, be like, if I didn't give you this stuff, then you'd be here, you know, like I gave you all these things, why aren't you doing this for me now, you know, like this, that sort of stuff. um and it's awful, absolutely awful. And I feel very sorry to have been that way in the past, and I'm so glad, and I'm so thankful to Spirit and, oh man, for all their love to have pulled me out of that. But yeah, it's very serious. very serious issue in our society that just sees material things. It's tough. It's tough. Be careful. Codependency is also very related to conditional love, and it's because though in that case it gets to the point where this unconditional loving person, right, that really just wants to seek validation, just wants things, just wants you to give them love, and they'll give you a bunch of stuff, but that you have to give it back, otherwise you're going to feel their wrath. That's the problem, is that they start taking their wrath and turning it into situations to literally manipulate you in that way, where they will, it might, and it's not, a lot of this stuff could be subconscious, right? It's not like they're deliberately planning this out, although a lot of the cases it really can be. But they'll create situations where uh you know you have a huge issue, like they'll be like, oh my god, you're in so much trouble, but hey, you know what, I can solve your problem, I'll be the one to fix the issue, like it could. And that's like where you get the crazy stuff that you see in like movies and things, where like somebody will set a house on fire or something and be like, you gotta come fix this, uh or they'll be like, oh, they'll set the house on fire and then call like the police, and they'll be like, let it burn for a while and let it get flamed down just to get somebody's attention for a little bit, that sort of thing. um but it can be in subtler ways, uh and in they can just create situations where you're in trouble and be like, no, but you know what, it's fine, I'll fix this, I can be the change that you need, uh it's because I love you, right? It's not love. It's not love. It's bribery, it's power, it's a whole lot of things. So be careful, research more into unconditional love. I think that it's something that's not talked about enough, or into, or research, research unconditional love, but also research conditional love and codependency and all the other things, because it's very serious. um and find out how to really love. Find real unconditional love in yourself first and foremost, and in the things that you love, the things that filled you with joy, and nurture that, and heal. uh I'm sorry if you're dealing with this, or if you ever had to deal with this. Good luck, and I appreciate you all always. I hope that you're doing great, fantastic, always better. I hope that you go outside and you see these trees and you see the grass. I hope that you go outside and you see the winter wonderland that there is. I hope that you see, the snow, and you see the sky. I hope you always see the sun and the moon, the stars, and you think, wow, this is beauty, and this is wholeness, and this is love. Anyway, take care, everybody. I love you. Goodbye.